Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Pam 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 pam. Para pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam pam pam. Para pam 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 pam. Para pam 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 pam. Hello. Hello people. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. One of the most underrated MMO in the universe. Also because it's not very known, right? Well, it is known somehow, but not really much. Hello Hula, good evening. I hope you had a good day. Somehow, some way. So I still need to publish the project for the cards for the Patreons. I want to put it on the Patreon page. I have to do it. I didn't have time to do it, but I will do it. I will do it. Bara bam 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 bam. Bara bam 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 bara bam. Bara bam bam bara bam. Bam bara bara bam. Bam 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 bam. Bum 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 bum. Okay, I'm here. How are you guys today? So what I want to do, the first thing I want to do, I want to have the 3 cards properly working, right? And I think this should be easy because we basically have everything already in place. Let me just check it, but I think we have already separated the pieces for the 3 cards that we have. And I don't know if I want to name the third one Wagon or something like large cart or whatever. Wagon. What is the name of what is the difference between cart versus wagon? A cart is typically a 2-wheel vehicle, while a wagon is typically a 4-wheel vehicle. Okay, yeah, we should call it a wagon actually. Okay. We can call it a wagon. So the cart is usually only 2 wheels and the wagon is 4 wheels. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense to me. Easy. I didn't hear back from the 3D printing thing yet, so I don't know if they are printing again the sword of the Enki or not. We will see. Hopefully, yes. Okay, so I think at the end this wagon is very nice. Blueprints transports, right? Blueprint transports. We have we have them all already. Oh, nice. Also, this one is already done. I didn't remember I did it, but yeah, this one is already done. The only problem is that the cargo, I don't know if this one has any cargo. Does this one has any cargo? Ah, yeah, but that's too much for this one. So I think this one we will limit probably to yeah, it is really too much. I think cargo 1 and cargo 2 should actually be this box. And I would say it's already fairly big for it. Maybe we can make it slightly smaller. Let me see, huh? No, I think like this can be okay. If we put them close enough in the middle. Where is the middle? This is the middle, huh? You know what is the problem? The problem is that if you put these boxes here, it's very easy that they fall down, right? It's very easy they fall down. So I think that we should not put. My idea is to put some sacks instead, right? To have something like that. But I don't know if that is enough. I think we need a pile of these things. Do we have a pile of this? So what else can we put? What else can we put on a small on a small cart, right? On a small cart. I mean, chest, I don't think is a good idea. Yeah, because we don't really have much. We don't have a lot of closed containers, right? I mean, we have this SM bags. Bags are, but bags underscore are. We have this one. Yeah, maybe this one's may do. Yeah, this one is not bad, I think. There is actually 4 bags. I'm thinking if we should have only 3 elements here, right? Like two small, maybe these ones we can make them smaller. Because we can change the size as we wish, right? There is no problem. Because this one actually does not have any border, right? Any border, so it's so easy that the stuff is kind of falling off, right? But I think like this is a bit too little. Or we have only sacks. I mean, we can have only sacks if we want, but I mean only bags, right? Only bags and no crates. Only bags. Only bags. Maybe only bags, maybe 1 crate in the middle. Maybe 1 crate in the middle. Maybe one crate in the middle, but definitely not this size, right? We make it smaller. Or 2 crates in the middle. I think that the crate on this one is immediately looking like he's going to fall. He's going to fall like the next minute, right? Carpets. No, because I mean, consider that you may transport anything, right? You may transport ore, you may transport plants, you may transport stuff. So it should be a closed container that doesn't reveal what's inside, right? Because you can put in whatever you want, and you should assume that is inside of this, right? I remember we had a closed box though. Wait, I remember we had a closed wooden box. Yeah, we have this one actually. They can also be closed, right? But we don't have the closed version. We only have the open version. But we can create it very simply because there is the cap, right? So we can use this with this cap and just close it. Probably we can use those low ones with some sacks. Barrels. Barrels is a good idea. But barrels will like fall off, no? Barrel I think is not a bad idea. But barrel is a better idea, I think, for the ones with the sides, no? So this is the smallest, right? This is the smallest cart. So we have this one. Just to summarize, we have this one, which is the smallest cart. So this one is the smallest. Then we have this one, which is the intermediate, because he has pretty much the same sides, but he has all the borders on the side, and so is you can really have boxes. And then we have this one, which is the biggest, right? Which is the biggest. So at the moment we have these 3 variations. So for the smallest one, right, which is this, I'm saying that I would like to have something that is small, right? This is what I'm saying. Wooden box 03. Let me see. Wooden box 04. Why is it called 04? No. No, this one is no need. I think we don't have wooden box 03. Wooden box 3. Yeah, because we extracted it from a completely different place. I don't know why this guy has like 3 LODs, which is completely useless considering it's already like zero geometry, but okay, let me do the wooden box 03. Okay, and now what we can do, we can... what? The cap is larger than the box? What the... What the hell is going on in this life? You serious? It seems to be very weird. What is this music? 7 Days to Die. Really? This one is bigger than... huh? That's a bit weird. So the... doesn't really make a lot of sense. So the cap is larger than the... The cap is larger than the box. What? You stupid or what? I don't understand. I don't get this. What? Ah, because it's the cap for number 2, not cap for number 3. So number 3 actually does not have a cap. Yeah, it's a cap for number 2. It's a cap for number 2. I see. Well, then... Okay. Then... we do number 2. Why not? Bro, why you cannot keep the same that I just used a second ago? Then we do number 2. Okay, that's better. Yeah, the texture is like... What the fuck? Texture is like super bad. I don't know why. Why the texture is so shit? Because there is another one of the multi maps that. Anyway, I'm not gonna change it now. Not gonna change it. That's fine. I mean, it's a bit of a pity, yeah, but fine. Um, okay. Okay. Yeah, this texture one day we will have to change it because it's really bad. This texture is like bad, but fine. I mean, it's okay if you look at it from distance, but if you look at it close, I mean, it's like super bad. Okay, so now we have our closed thingy. It's probably better, eh? We can make it bigger if we want, right? Question is, I'm thinking. I would like this chest to be like where the axis is of the wheels, so to be here. But if I put it here, then there is not enough space for the bags, right? Unless we do something like this, but they don't fit, right? They kind of don't fit. But yeah, something like this looks to me more reasonable, right? In terms of you know, for a small cart, so I'm just trying to organize it so that 1, 2, and 3 actually are in a sequence, right? So that we have one. So this is cargo 1, right? This is cargo 1. This is cargo 2, and this is cargo 3. Now. Yeah, something like that. I think something like that makes sense to me. Now, can you carry more than this? I mean, you can, but in such a small cart, I think if you try to carry more, you are just asking for trouble, right? So now a barrel, you say a barrel. I can try to put a barrel, but a barrel I think will look weird, you know. I mean, how do you fix it? Well, unless we fix it, meaning that is in between, you know, the two sacks. So we remove the, right? So we put it there and we cannot remove the container, right? I think like this it may be possible, but without this container, obviously, right? If we remove this, but I don't know if I like it more than with the box. I think I like it more. It's not bad, eh? It's not bad actually. It's not bad, but I think with the box is better probably. I mean, it feels more like you are transporting something. Okay, so if we do it this way, right? If we do it this way, it means that this cart only has 3 slots, right? So we have a configuration for it. So we go here under plane. No, we go here under plane, and we can say how much is the vertical offset, how much is the half width. Now all this thing needs to be calculated a second, right? Because open, this will be cart 01. I think we never opened. Let me go under transports, cart 01. Huh? We don't have the blend file. What do you mean? It's called Wagon, actually. It's called Wagon. So what we have to calculate is the height between between this point where you attach and the ground, right? That is the thing. Yeah, that is the thing. So 0.72, right? 0.72. So, so in this configuration, when we say the vertical offset is 72, well, it's pretty much like the other. And then we need this view, and we need to know how much there is between here. What? I didn't know you could do that. Between here and here, which is 1.2, so it's exactly the same as the other, 1.2, right? But the cargo num pieces will be 3, right? Will be three pieces only. Okay. And the other thing is that the connection point, yeah, connection point is here. So you're basically walking in front of it, right? Okay, this is good. So let's say that we do it this way. So this one is configured this way, okay? We have to make all the pieces invisible at the beginning. Otherwise, it will show up. Then, Wagon 01. I think this one is good as we did it, no? Yeah. I mean, this one looks a bit big, but should we make them smaller? Or is it okay? Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Okay, so there is this, right? There is this. And we leave it as it is. And then we have this guy where we have all the pieces. We have the new, where we have this, right? Which I think is okay. In theory, this one you can probably put even more stuff on it, right? You can charge it more, but I think it's okay. Okay, nice. Now, can we have now the three objects, right? So I need a 2 wheels, yeah, the 2 wheels simple cart, right? The 2 wheels simple cart. That is what? Is this guy? Right? 2 wheel simple cart. I don't know why the cart are called wagon and the wagon are called carts, but anyway, it's my bad. That I mean, I named them wrong at the beginning, and now, but I cannot really rename them because they are everywhere, you know. And yeah, and then we also need to decide, right? We also need to decide the... We need to decide how much they can carry, right? Container max size, container max slots. I mean, consider that... Yeah, we have to do some test, actually. We have to do some test to understand what is what. But let me try a 60-32 and see what happens. And then the wagon. Do we have a wagon? I don't know if we have a wagon, actually. So there is category transports. Category transport 71. Oops. Yeah, we actually have 3, which is very nice. Ah, but it's called 2 wheels wagon. Why is it called 2 wheels wagon? Ah, because we have another one. Ah, fuck. No, we have another one, guys. We have another one. Yeah, the other one I want to use it. Yeah, I want to use it. We have another one. I completely forgot. Completely forgot. Completely forgot. We have this one. Yeah, we have this one. And this one I also want to use it. I think this one, do you think that this one is better or worse than the... I have no idea. So if I take this one, right? And I take this one, which one is better? This one is better because it's taller or what? I think he can carry less though. I mean, it's slightly different. I mean, it's not... Right? Between these two, right? I'm trying to compare the sides of these two. This one is definitely smaller. Significantly smaller. So you think that this one is even smaller than the simple? But the good thing of this one is that you can put more boxes vertically, I think. Yeah, we need to decide. I want to have a, I want to have a kind of a ranking, right? Yeah, but that one looks like the smallest, really the smallest one. This one looks really like the small. This one looks like the smallest of all, right? The smallest of all. So, I mean, it's a bit more elaborate on the sides, but it's definitely smaller. So, okay, so let's consider this is the smallest one. So if this is the smallest one, we will call it, we need to add a new thingy. So we will probably copy this guy. No? What do you mean? Huh? Oh wow, there is nothing. Okay. So this will be, okay, fine. So we have 119 available, right? We have 119 available. So I think we will copy this. Can I clone it? 7119. And this one we call it simple. We call it simple car. Well, two-wheel simple car. Maybe we call it just small cart, whatever. Let's call it small cart, right? I mean, he also has two wheels, but let's call it small cart. Now, the container max size, I need to decide it. I think will still be 32 probably. I mean the slots. I don't know, I have to test this. I don't understand how much stuff it can fit, so I have to test it to see. And this one will have to point to what? We'll have to point to our... so we need to create another blueprint, huh? So this will be called Wagons 03 or small cart BP. Small cart BP. And we'll use Wagon 01R and stuff. So I have to move the wheels. I cannot move the cart because the pivot point I think it's roughly okay. Okay. Now, we need to decide a cargo for this guy as well, right? We need to decide a cargo. Maybe here we can put the barrel. I think here the barrel may fit, right? Because maybe we can have 4 barrels here. Because, yeah, let's have barrel. Because here, you know, is high. And so I think the barrels are a good idea here. Which barrel do you want? You want this? But we have different barrels. We have... we have this one, this one. This one, this one, this one. I mean, the nicest is probably this one, right? In terms of quality. In terms of quality, this one is the nicest that we have. That is very nice quality. The mesh is very nice. And the texture also is very nice. So that is the best that we have. The only problem is that he has this thing, right? Like if it's made for wine, right? While in our case, you can put into it whatever you want. But yeah, probably that's the best one we have. So it's barrel 06. It's barrel 06. Okay. Oh wow, that's big. That is kind of big. Maybe we can fit 2 barrels in a sack or something. Let me see. We can also make them smaller, huh? We can make them smaller. I can rotate them so that you don't see the entrance, you don't see the water thingy. Right. What is it? There. Yeah, I can put them like one on top of the other. Probably put them like this. So this one will have only two. We'll have only two containers. Okay. I mean, I can make them smaller. Only 2 containers? Or do we want to have a sack on the side or something? I mean, I can have a single sack, right? But let me see. Bag. I can have a single bag, or I can have 2 bags maybe. I have a single bag if we want, that we can put here on the side, right? So we can have one. So when there is only one, it will be only this 2, 3, and 4, and so we have again four elements. Maybe. So I think it's nice that when you put stuff on the cart, you know, it kind of fills up. I think these things are too big though. I'm thinking to make them a bit smaller. I think they are kind of too big. Can we do a 08 or 09? Let me see 09. Yeah, I think 09 is more reasonable. Yeah, let's do a 09. Okay. Ah, so when it's 1, you will see the dot. Okay, I mean, I don't have a solution for it. When there is only 1, you know, you will see it. Okay, fine. Let's say that the barrels can be used for wine, but it can also be used to transport other stuff, so it's okay. Do we want to make the sack a bit bigger? Yeah, maybe yes. Maybe with the sack we do the opposite. We do 1.2. If it's not too much, yeah, we do 1.2. We do 1.2. Okay, so this is born first, cargo 1. Then you have this one, cargo. Oh fuck, no. No. These are wrong. Cargo. No, wait. Cargo 2. No. Cargo 2 must be this. Wait. Wait. The sequence is wrong. Sequence is completely wrong. Okay. Better. So okay. So cargo 1 appears first, right? If you put few items, you will see only this. If you put few more items, you will see this. If you put more items, you will see this, which is cargo 3. And if you put more items, you will see this guy. Which, by the way, I think it was the other way around, but like this is the, no, well, it's the same. Doesn't really make a difference, actually. Okay. Okay, I think it's nice. Okay, we have it. Okay, we need to, as usual, put everything in. And obviously cargo 5 and cargo 6 are empty, yeah. So we put everything invisible. Okay, everything invisible. So this becomes our cargo, our small cart. which is this, right? Now the icon and the texture. This one really should have no texture because otherwise it's going to be overridden and it's not a good idea. The price we'll have to decide. Yeah, the prices we will have to change them all at a certain point, but it's fine. Okay, so I think we can insert this thing. Okay, so we have the simple cart, the 2 wheels simple cart, the 2 wheels cart. Yeah, this one maybe we should rename it. 2 wheels, simple cart, simple cart. Flat, I don't know how to call it, but medium cart, I don't know. Maybe we should rename this thing because 2 wheels, a symbol. I don't know. It seems to be okay. I will think to the names. For now, let's leave it as it is. And the last one is the wagon. How do we call it? How do we call it? 4 wheels. 4 wheels wagon or something like that. 4 wheels wagon. I don't know why we have these wheels. I mean, why we have to specify the number of wheels? That's kind of weird. But anyway. So there will be also a 264. And it will be fuck, I don't know why it's called cart, really. I have all the names fucked up, right? I have all the names fucked up. All the names are fucked up. Should I rename them here? I mean, I can. There is basically simple cart 02. This is small cart, there is simple cart. And this one is it's just a 2 wheels cart. I don't know, I'll just call it cart 01. And this one we have to call it wagon. Wagon 01. Yeah, because otherwise they're all wrong, right? And I think it's not a good idea. I mean, all the names are inverted. Okay. So, starting from the simple guy, so the simplest of all is the small cart, right? Is this one. is small cart. The simplest of all is this one, is the small cart, right? So this one we call it small cart, and this one is pointing to small cart BP. Okay, so this one is already correct. Then we have the two-wheel simple cart, which is this guy. And this guy points to this. Yeah, there are a bit of... Okay. Then there is the two-wheel cart, which is this guy. Okay. And then the last one is the wagon, right? The wagon. So the wagon, so in the wagon we said that we use this one, right? Four wheels wagon. Yeah, four wheels wagon. So four wheels wagon, we use this. So yeah, I decided to change all the names, but I think it's better because otherwise they will remain wrong forever and we will be very confused. Okay. So now maybe we can test it in game and see what happens. Okay, let me try to just re-execute these lines just to be sure that they are consistent with whatever we want to do. Okay. 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 So we should now, yeah. No, I think it's good. So, no, wait. So we need to configure we need to configure this one. This one we have to configure it. So we have to say that we have only 4 slots, right? So we have 4 cargo pieces. And we have to consider the width and the... Now, how is that? That is called... Okay. So we have to calculate the distance between the attach point, which is pretty much here, and the ground. Oh, this one is also 72. Wow. They're all identical. 72. But I think this one will definitely be smaller, right? Left to right, it will be smaller. Pretty sure. Yeah, it is only 80. It is only 80. So here our transport half width is 80. Okay. Okay, let me see what we have to save. Only the small cart, yes. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We should have 4 different transports in game. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for a good time? Bam 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 bam. Are you ready for a nightlife? Do 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 do. Are you ready? Mm 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 mm. Are you ready? Mm 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 mm. So today is Wednesday. This card functionality took a bit of time, but I think it's very nice. I think at the end it will enrich the game. It will also enrich the visuals, right? Maybe when you see people going around with cards, I mean, I think it would be fun to see. And maybe in the future we can have NPC also carrying things, which is nice. Did we test it with a dwarf? I don't remember if we tested it with a smaller creature. We didn't load. Wait. No, I think I loaded because we were testing something else, right? So I think we loaded. No, actually, we. What? What is the cart? No, the cart is gone. Why there is no cart? Repopulate items through repopulate items sector 38 planeship prod 2, right? So why? Something happened, huh? Repopulate items, loading items only in sector magic shop. Error container with ID, blah blah blah, not found, specified in item, blah blah blah. Error creating item 2 wheels cart failed. Create item cannot find mesh cart 02 BP. Why? Card 02 BP. Did I rename it after? I think I renamed it after. Ah, yes, I renamed it after. It doesn't exist anymore. Card 02 BP. One second, I just need to understand what is the real item that is trying to... what is the real item? The real item is 7068. 7068. And actually 7068 is this one. That's strange though. We actually executed this. Huh? Why? I did it not in production, I did it in freaking... yeah. Did it in the wrong database. GG, wrong database. Yeah, I did it on the wrong database. Okay, we're gonna do it again. And by the way, I don't even know what it did then. because 60, 67. They don't even exist. In the dummy database, these numbers do not even exist. So actually the query didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay, good. At least we didn't destroy. At least we didn't destroy anything, which is nice. Ba blam ba blam ba blam ba blam blam blam. Do 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 do. Aha, now the card is here. Okay, so I mean it is another card though. Two wheels card. Okay, let me try to get one for each type, okay? One for each type. So this one, and this one. Okay, and now we drop them all. Okay. Yeah, the only problem is that when you drop it to the ground, because the pivot is the... But anyway. Because the pivot, right? Yeah, that is what happens, unfortunately. But it's okay. I mean, we have to think how to do it in game, right? Because this we will have this problem also. We will have this problem also in game. So, or we... I mean, one way I can do it is to have a socket instead of having the 0, 0, 0, and probably would be a good idea, right? Because at the moment, the way I have it, right, is that my simple card he has the 0, 0, 0 as the attach point, right? But maybe it will be better to add a dummy location, right? To add a dummy location. What can you have as a dummy? What can you have as a point? You have a point light? No. What can you have as a... Because a socket, you can have it only on a mesh, right? So I don't think I can add a socket here. No. I think we added a box. I think in the other cases we added a box. Like if we take our dungeon pieces, right? If we take our dungeon rooms, like corridor 1, right? This one is this is the connection point, right? And we did it, how did we do it? We did it with connect. This is really a specific object. We created a specific object. Okay. Yeah, is a class, is a class, is a specific class. Yeah. Dungeon connection. I think will be a better idea though, because at the moment, because otherwise we will struggle to put it in game without people colliding. But anyway, I think this wood is too bright. I don't know why this wood is so polished. Why the specular is so high, right? I think this thing is too much specular, really. I'm okay with the specular on the metal bars on the side, but anyway, okay, so in order of sides, this one is the smallest. This one is the smallest of all. Let me see if I can carry and if the wheels are rotating. The wheels are not rotating. Is for the tick shit. Yes. There is ridiculous, guys. If you don't have an empty tick event, it doesn't work. I mean, this is like super weird, but anyway, this is what it is. If you don't have this empty tick, it doesn't tick, even if it's empty. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You want to bet that now it will tick? But anyway, still going up and down properly. But yes, in terms of sides, right? I think they should also have probably a different maneuverability. Like maybe the smallest one is easier to maneuver. I don't know. Potentially. I can do a small trick. I can stay here and click on attach, and it will arrive. Yeah, we have to decide if we want to have this teleport effect, right? I don't know. Maybe we should disable that, because you can actually teleport it, you know, in different places just by doing this. Just because when he attach is automatically sticking to the position where you are, right? Okay, so this is our display of cards, pretty much. I may use this for a video maybe or something. Driving is a bit counterintuitive. I don't know why, but the... Okay. Yeah, I don't really know if this one should be the smallest or this one should be the smallest. It's hard to decide, but because this one doesn't have any borders, right? And so, I mean, yes, you can carry more stuff, but it's so simple that I don't know. Maybe we should make Maybe we should make this one the smallest and this one the medium. But we... Okay, so if we put stuff in it, the only problem is that I think we had this thing, right? Heavy anvil. Heavy anvil is 200, sides 50. Yeah, because each one now has a different capacity. Like this one, for example, is 60. Card sides, no, card sides, capacity 060. Capacity 100. Capacity 100. Yeah, you see that this one, if you put just this single item, right, is a pretty big item, but we are reaching 50 out of 60, and so is automatically showing all three, right, all three materials. I just don't know if this is more cargo than this one. I don't know. That is 30. What can I do with 30? 10 axes? 10 axes. 30 is very small. No, 30 is too small. 30 is too small. I think it is too small. So do you think that this one can carry more than this one or not? Considering it doesn't have the borders, because this one is basically this one without borders, right? It's the same guy. Or we make it smaller and slightly different. So let's say that this is the cheapest. At the moment this is the cheapest. But I don't know, this one can carry, well, I would say yes, because if you see the cargo, right, this has 2 big barrels through, but only has 2 sacks. This one has 8 sacks plus a box, so maybe we can even make the box bigger to make it look like it's carrying more. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should make the box of this guy. The problem is that if I make it bigger, then the sack will go forward, but yeah, maybe it's okay. So this guy at the moment is already 1.2. Wow. It's already 1.2. The texture is really suffering on this guy. Texture is really suffering. What if we use the other crate, the crate 03? I mean, we use this one. Maybe it looks like he has more capacity because the crate is bigger. Maybe yes. Maybe we can have it like this. Maybe yes. So it looks like he has more capacity. What about the dwarf test? Okay, we can log in as a dwarf now. Because I think I did a calculation on the... I did a calculation on the capsule half height, capsule half height of the character, right? So if the character is shorter, the card should automatically be placed higher. But I don't remember if I did it properly or not. But I think we tested it one time though. I think we did one test and it was successful, but it was kind of long time ago, like 5 days ago. So maybe now with all the changes, it may be different actually. So let me load in with a dwarf, which is the shortest race that we have. Assuming I have one, but I should have one. Okay, there it is. Beturie. Or Beturi. Now the only thing we have to do, we have to go to the magic shop, if we are not already here. I think we are here. No? Where are we? We are kind of in a weird place. But it looks like the area of the magic shop. But anyway, let's teleport to the magic shop. Oh wow, the cards look very big from this point of view. The cards look super big. Oh my god. I'm so small. I'm so small. But I'm very strong, so we can do this. I'm so small, but I can do it. Yes, you see, it's already correct. It's already correct. Now the maneuverability, we need to decide it a bit, but do you think they will collide between each other and so one will fly in the sky? Yeah, that's possible. Ow. Okay, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. This is actually possible, but don't do it. Just properly roleplay it, okay? You are role-playing, and so you cannot do that. I think it looks pretty cool anyway. I really like it. I really like. It's pretty fun, you know, to see this dwarf carrying this thing. It's very cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, so if we remove some cargo, look at this, huh? If we remove some cargo, this stuff will disappear, right? So if I remove like 2 axes or 3 axes, boom, this one disappears, right? I remove another 2 and boom, this one disappears, right? And so it will be, the cart will only be carrying this, right? Because it's half empty, right? It's half empty. And I remove another 3 and boom, is only the barrel, right? And I remove another 1, it should be the barrel, yes, and I remove the last and it's actually empty, right? So it kind of works, boys. It kind of works. It's very nice. It's very nice. I really like it. Okay, let's see if all are moving the wheels. So this one is moving the wheels. Good. This one. It's moving the wheels. Nice. We can also test let's test also all the visuals, right? But this one is a big one. I can take the visuals from this guy, but I don't think it will be enough. But we can try. Okay, so if I take like 5. Okay, so 1 is correct. 2 is correct. This one will not fit. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, and this one is correct. Yeah, so the visuals work well, I would say. They are all working well. And this guy... Uh-oh. What the... because I... Okay. It works good anyway, it works well. It works pretty good. Yeah, it works well. Very satisfactory, I would say. There is a very satisfactory feature. I really like it. That's very satisfactory feature. So here we have 6. This one we tested already, I think, but yeah, this is half of it. This is nothing. If I take some from there and I put it here, there is already 2 boxes. Cool. Okay, so 1 box, 2 boxes. We take 5. Another 5. Okay, so this is like 50% or what? It is more than 50%. Okay, yeah, it works. It works exactly as expected, my boys. Exactly as expected. Okay, fantastic. Now the only question is if we want the character to be in this position to actually carry the cart. I would say that would be a good idea. Because at the moment, you know, I can go in a stupid position, right? I can go in a stupid position like this and teleport the cart, you know? And teleport the cart in the middle of the mountain. Well, in this case I cannot because it is too big. But if I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this, you see? So I teleported kind of in the middle of the mountain. I mean, you can still leave it here, right? You can, but I mean, you can still do it anyway like this, right? So I'm thinking if I want to do the I'm thinking if I want to have the requirement that you stay facing the same direction and in the pivot point or not. What happens if I summon a social pet when I drive? You can summon it, it's no problem. But the problem is if you try to mount it while you are... I think I disabled it. I think I disabled it. I disabled the ability to use the transport. If you, I can test it. If you are on a mount, I don't think you can use. No, you. Ah, you mean the opposite? The opposite. No, the opposite. I think I didn't. I didn't test it. I understand what you mean. Yeah, it's a good test. We have to see. So if I summon my mount, right? Well, first I attach, right? I attach. So now I am attached, right? Then I summon my mount and then I try to ride it. I have no idea what will happen. The pet is summoned there. Okay. If I try to mount, yeah, it's possible actually. Holy shit. Well, I mean, it kind of works anyway. It's just the height that is wrong, but no, Groffel you cannot mount. You can mount only a Rivnak or a Drifter. A Groffel is not a mount. Now the problem is what happens to this when I dismount, right? Because now, okay, it stays attached to me. So okay, we can restrict that, right? We can restrict that. So basically we can say that if you are using a transport, you cannot mount. That is kind of easy to do. Because when we mount, so you have to do the opposite, right? So you have to attach after you mounted. Why mount is not request mount cannot mount while crouched, cannot mount while falling, cannot mount if there is another rider, and we will say cannot mount if cannot mount while using a transport. What happened if I summon it when I am with the cart? My Groffel, I see it running after me. Yeah, it will run like we did now, right? Like we did now. When I summoned this guy, he started to follow me, even if I have the cart. It's okay. I mean, that doesn't make any difference. So if I have the cart like this, it will follow, you see? It will try to follow. I mean, it will collide with the cart, but it will try to follow. So it's following you like... which is a bit stupid, right? Because it's like... I want to carry the cart. No, I'm carrying the cart. No, you carry the cart. Who is carrying this freaking cart? Me or you? Decide it. Maybe I should do it. Oh, you need food as well. Yeah, that's fine. I think we had a thing, no? We had a is transport something. Is transport attached, right? So if pawn is transport attached, we will say you cannot mount while while using a transport. Right? But the opposite is true. So you cannot mount while using the transport, but you can use the transport while mounted, right? So the opposite you can do. So you detach from this, right? You mount your mount, and now you attach to the thingy. The only problem that we saw is that the cart so there are a number of problems here, right? So the cart sees the creature, but I think he sees my pivot. I mean, I can fix it manually, right? I can do this, but obviously that's a bit of a trick. And also, as you can see, is hitting the and the rotation is all wrong because there is the rotation of the mount, right? So so I don't know. I have to think about it, but definitely will be nice to be able. Would be nice to be able to do it with the cart as well. Yeah, because you see, it remains attached to me anyway. The cart is anyway attached to me. It's not attached to the creature, and that's a problem. But anyway. But anyhow. It can adapt is something more big. No, what do you want to become big? What do you want to become big? The Rivnek? No, I mean no. Everything has its own sides. There is no magic, right? No magic in this. No magic. Okay, but I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy about this. So we have 4 different cards, right? Each with different capacity. Now the problem is. Let me go back to. So the problem here is. Other ideas not chosen. The problem here is... Sorry, I'm just trying to save some space in this picture. So check if a cart is already in use by someone else. Yes, done. Cannot pick up a transport in use. Done. Cannot mount while using a transport, right? While the opposite is possible. I can use the transport while mounted. The result you say is the same, but actually it's not the same. So now and then we created, you know, fix encumber movement. By the way, we fixed it. I fixed it. So now, if you are encumbered, you move slower, right? You move slower. Like it should always been, but it didn't. How to smooth word rotation? I don't know. This one is an idea that it stays there, but it would never do it. Because it's good as it is. So create 4 cards. Create 4 transports. We did it. Create 4 transports. We did it. Of different sides, right? I mean, the good thing is that of different capacity. Okay, so we did that. Now, I think we need to decide. How much they should be able to carry. Right? And it is done. This is done in sides. Right? It is done in sides. Well, there are 2 things. There are slots. And overall size. I think the slots, you know, I mean, this one is 32 slots. I think they all have 32 slots. Except, no, this one already has 64. I think this one and this one have 64 slots. Do you think the slots make difference or not? Because you can stack, right? You can have a stack of 65 items in one slot. Like I have here, right? Here I have the axis, right? And why this one is showing? What? Uh-oh. What happened? Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we lose the... No, the axes are here, but... Yeah, we lost the anvils. No, we lost the anvil. The anvils were here. I think when we attach to the something happened. Something happened. Let me try to restart and see, but I think there is a problem. I hope it's only when we attached, but basically here we lost some... the container doesn't have the items, but it's showing the visual. It's showing the visuals, and I don't know where did I put the. Maybe I have it on the dwarf. Maybe I have it on the dwarf. I have it on the dwarf. But why is showing full if it's not full? That's very strange. Do you think I have it on the dwarf? Yeah, I think I have it on the dwarf. The wheel on the ground, with or without a mount. Yes. The wheel should always be on the ground. So the car needs to move that. So the problem is that I didn't work on the mount, right? So I didn't do it. I mean, it is kind of working, but just by chance. I didn't do anything for the mount. So if there is a mount, the cart should attach to the mount and not to me. I mean, probably we should disable it at the beginning because I think that people may mess up things easily. I don't understand why this card is showing full and in reality has nothing in it. Is this broken or what? Maybe by default, maybe I didn't hide. I didn't hide. Okay, okay. I didn't hide the... No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I didn't hide this, right? I didn't hide by default, so... So if he's empty, he's doing nothing. Okay, I just have to hide. Fine, don't worry. Everything is okay. Everything is good. Okay, so now... I think the question... Yeah, exactly. The question is how much capacity they should have, right? How much capacity they should have. I don't know. Do you transport stuff in the game? Do you know how much you need? I think also the maneuverability, you know, of the different cards should be different. So like the larger cards should rotate less. The smaller card should rotate more, no? What do you think? I can change it because we can make a rotation parameter, right? At the moment the rotation is... At the moment the rotation... At the moment the rotation is, don't remember where the hell is it, but I think it's here. I think it's in ALS, no? It's in right movement. I think it's in right movement. Yes, rotation rate, yeah. This thing at the moment is hard-coded. This thing is hard-coded. This thing is hard-coded. And I don't think it's a good idea, man. The only problem is that this thing is not aware of our PS character, right? Because here we are in ALS base character. And this right movement action implementation, is it an override? No, it's not an override. It is registered. But if I move it in, in my player character, will it be called directly or not? I'm not completely sure because we have a bind actions, and bind actions I think is binding them to bind actions. I think is binding them player controller. Player controller. Ah, yes. Because, yes. Because then the player controller is calling... If I search right movement, like I was searching before, right? It will appear in two places. It will appear in yeah, exactly. It will appear in player controller, and then player controller is calling pawn, right? And And it's, yeah, so if I move it to my APS character, it will work. Yes, it will work with no problems. Yes, so I can move it anytime. I can move it anytime. So if we move it, then we can get the rotation rate from the transport attached, which I think is a better idea. Right? So do I move? The only problem is, do I move everything or I move only the right movement because I need it? I mean, I can move this guy, or I can move everything, right? I think at the moment I need only this guy. It's not very nice, but I think I don't care. I think it's okay. So let me do this change, okay? So I mean, or we can make it overrideable. We can make it overrideable and we override. But I think is no need to have it in two places. I think we need it only one place. Let me just see if there is anything input. Yeah, there is a setup player input component. Yeah, which is going to the father, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Maybe it's not the cleanest. But I think it's cool. I think it's okay. Perfectly fine with this. Perfectly fine. So okay, so we went one level down, right? So from ALS character, we moved it to PS character. And now the beauty is that we can... change rotation rate based on the transport. Hello, late of 2A. Thank you for the follow and welcome. We are working on some transports, basically these transports, right? We have these transports in the game now. They can transport materials around, and we are trying to make it so that they also rotate at a different speed based on the handling. Yeah, I mean, they will slide a bit, like as we increase this value, they will slide, but fine. change rotation rate based on the transport, right? So is transport attached? Right. This one is returning. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Litov. Hey. Hello, hello. Hey, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. How did you find us? Let me know. APS transport actor transport. Let's call it one transport so that, or my transport, so we are sure we are not, you know, clashing with other variables. So obviously if this is true, but it must be true, but if this is true, we are going to change the rotation rate, and the rotation rate now we have to add it to the transport, right? In the configurable part. Okay. I was looking for some programming streams. First one I came across. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Generic programming or video game programming? I mean, there are very good ones. I mean, there are some people that are really good at programming. I'm okay. I mean, I'm doing this since a long time, but yeah. Rotation rate is a float, right? I think the default should be 30, which is a bit slow, but is what we have as a default, and then we change it. We have to test a bit this value to see how it plays out. This is the handling while rotating. Below 30 is really annoying. Below 30 is really annoying. I mean, it can be lower than 30, but I think it's only for very large transports, because I think already at 30 now, right? Already at 30. So if I take this guy, right, and I move left and right. Yeah, I think that 30 feels good for a large transport like this. I mean, it's obviously sliding, right? So we have to remember how we did this. So we are basically rotating the transport on my pivot, on my character, right? And so it's not really doing what it should be doing, right? But visually I think it's okay. So it's anyway sliding left and right a bit, right? But if he moves forward, so I think the other thing is the speed or the resistance, right? Like if you are if you are using such a big transport, then probably You need way more push to move it, right? So that is what I'm trying to understand. Yeah, there are still some reasoning, right, that we may do. There is still some reasoning that we may do, but okay, rotation rate, right? So we have rotation rate. So now that we have rotation rate, we can go here and do my transport rotation rate, right? And we can say that rotation rate equals to that, right? And yeah, and that's it for now. Okay, so if we recompile, right? If we recompile. Thank you again for the subscription, Lito. Very appreciated. Thank you, thank you. It's always nice to see people interested in what we do. Did we check fab and non-fab and whatever or not? No, eh? Also the free games we didn't check. We didn't check anything in a very long time. Where is it? Fab. Oh, by the way, now fab is integrated into the launcher, which is kind of cool. Took them a bit to do, but now they did it. And also fab is not just for Unreal. As you can see, it's also for Unity. Is for Fortnite, is for MetaHuman, but yeah, Unity and Unreal Engine. The only problem is that it's loading super slow. I wanted to search the... Yeah, because it's compiling, I think. Oh, wow. Why possess character is why possess character is an ALS based character and not because it's inside the ALS player controller. It's inside ALS player controller. Well, we don't use ALS player controller. We don't use this class. Yeah, so we should do it override, eh? We should do it virtual override. I guess. Can I do a virtual override with a blueprint native event or not? I don't think so. I mean, we can try and see what happens. I don't think you can. No, by the way, this is not override. It's just virtual. And then we can so the important point is that it's taking then my function, right? But if it's an override, it will, right? If it's an override, it will do it. And we can remove all the plane shift stuff, right? From this. Yeah, exactly. I think from this we can remove all the plane shift stuff. I mean, assuming that this is possible. No, it's not possible. Blueprint native function must be non-virtual. No. Fuck. Okay, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible, so we will have to butcher. We will have to butcher a bit player controller. But we don't use this class. I know I'm tempted to delete it. I'm tempted to delete this class completely from our code base because it's not really used and I think it's just confusing. I think it's just confusing. Can I delete it without doing damages? We can try. I don't know if it's used in other classes, but if it is, I mean, we can try to remove it and see what happens. We have it anyway in... we have it anyway in Subversion, so that's fine. Limited time free, okay. Why is not loading? Okay, I understand. Let's do it from the normal fab outside of Unreal launcher, because you see it's not really loading. I don't know what is going on. There is something new. Until October 7, there is the science fiction pack, which, by the way, we can use also for. This effect is very nice. It doesn't look science fiction at all, but anyway, this one we get it. Then we have adventure characters. Okay. Why not? And then we have what? And we have a rural house. Modular rural house. Okay. We have a pumpkin. We can get the pumpkin. We can get the windows maybe. Okay, we added these 3 items to the car. By the way, if you plan to become, you know, a developer one day, I suggested you get every month. You register on the Epic Fab website, which is fab.com, and then every 2 weeks you check for the new free stuff, and you just get it, like I'm doing it now, right? Like I'm doing now. So I'm getting this free stuff. Now, I don't know if I will ever use it, but anyway, this one is 197 euro of value that I'm getting for free, because they have every week, every 2 weeks, they have some free stuff, right? And you should just get it, and then maybe in the future you will use it. So don't, yeah. This thing is completely broken, by the way. It's trying to load stuff. There's probably too much stuff and it cannot really load it properly. And so it's always in loading mode and never finishing the loading. But anyway, let me just see if there are any free games that I didn't get, just because. And meanwhile, we recompile everything, right? Is it recompiling now? Let me see if we can recompile without that class. Also, in theory, we should delete also Camera Manager, because also we are not using Camera Manager. But I don't know if they have dependencies in other places. Yeah, for example, Camera Manager is also using Player Controller, right? And in theory, we should delete also Camera Manager. Let me try. If there are too many dependencies, I will put it back, okay? But it's just a test. I think if we can remove it, I would prefer, because it's just extra classes for nothing that we are compiling. Wow, it's already 11:42. Build failed. Okay, I think there are too many. ALS debug component. Yeah, there are pieces here and there. I mean, we can comment it out. If it's only one line, we can comment it out maybe. Right? If it's only one line, but I don't know if it's only one line. Okay, let's try again. Bro, this thing is never loading. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, it did it. Nice. So if that works, we can now have the rotation rate specified, right, in the blueprint for each transport. And I don't know how much. I think we can go, for the very small ones, I think we can go probably double the rotation. So we go from 30 to 60. There are a lot of errors on ALS. Let me see. I mean, there is stuff that is failing to load, but it's actually stuff that is inside. No, okay, we cannot do it. No, we cannot. We cannot delete it. It's too risky. I wanted to do it, but it's let's keep it, because I'm just searching for trouble. Just searching for trouble, so let's keep it. It's just an extra class, whatever. I mean, it would be better to remove it, but not a good idea. Not a good idea. Let me restore. Let me restore this. Let Let me restore this. Let me restore this. Okay. And now, well, now I think I have to regenerate the project files. Unless it's adding them automatically, but I don't think so. It is loading, actually, it's doing something. But calculating asset index. Free games. There is a new free game. What is this? I don't know. 2D side-scrolling action RPG. I have it already. No! I have it already. Okay, fine. I don't know what it's doing. I will stop it. So let me regenerate the project file so we get back those files. I mean, it was a test, but it's not a good idea. Let's regenerate the project files so that we get back those camera and debug mode for ALS, because it's used by some blueprint assets, and I don't want that to fail. I don't want it to fail. Let's not search for trouble, my boys. You don't look for the free games? Yeah, I checked it now, yes. Free games! I never played them, though. But anyway, you know. Okay, let's try to recompile now. Hopefully now it will be fine. Just have to wait the project load up. As I told you, we also have another wagon, but I don't know if it's something I want to use. Probably not. I think with 4 we are good. We have enough sizes, you know. We have enough size. No, I'm not even gonna look at it. I think it's fine. We have enough sizes for different cards and storage. What we have to do? What we have to do? We have to define the number of slots and the max size for each transport, right? And this one, I mean, we can change it anytime, but I think it will be good to do it. And then the other thing we need to do. Let me check if this thing finished loading or is still loading. Nah, it's still loading. The first start is a bit slow in Rider, but then it's super fast compared to Visual Studio after you have it up, so. Is it done or not? Come on. Super slow. Super slow. Okay, the other thing we have to do, we have to decide if we want to have the character be rotated. I mean, we can also do something else, right? We can rotate the character like the cart instead of rotating the cart like the character. That is probably a better idea. It's probably a better idea, no? So instead of... Because the character is always... Yeah, I think we should do it this way, actually. I don't know why I did it the other way. I don't know why I did it... Now that I think about it, I don't know why I did it the other way, right? It's pretty weird. I mean, I should have rotated the character, not rotated the transport, right? No? I mean, rotating the transport is not really a great idea. So before attaching, we rotate the character. I mean, at least the rotation, right? At least the rotate. Well, in theory, should be yeah. But if I do rotation and position, then it will be a teleport. Then it will be a teleport. There is a problem, huh? Because I may use it as an exploit to actually teleport my character in impossible places. I mean, the rotation I can, right? But still, I mean, the best would be to see the character walking to the front of the cart, but that is not super easy. That is not super easy. I don't know. This attachment is a bit weird. I think rotating the character is probably a decent idea, because anyway we are not teleporting anyone. So probably I should do it. And I think it should be an immediate rotation or not. I think so. I mean, assuming that... I don't know. We can try and see what happens. So at least the rotation will be fine. So if you go in front of the cart, you will be rotated, right, correctly. Which I think is probably better than... Okay, now let me go into the editor and then we test it. So now we have the ability to rotate different, to have a different rotation speed, right? Rotation rate based on the cart model. So I think the small ones should be fast, should be quicker, should have better handling, right? So the rotation should be faster. I don't know if it should be 60, maybe 60 is really a lot. But we can try up to 60. So we can say, let me see. We can say the smallest one 60, and then probably the other two we can go 40 or 45. So we can go, can we have them like, I mean, I think the handling of this and the other one is identical. I don't think it's really different. So starting with this guy, right? This guy in theory is the smallest, and so it should be the easier to maneuver, right? So if we go rotation rate, we will set it at 60. Then after this, we have this guy, and I think that these two should be 45, so kind of a middle ground, right? 45 and 45. I don't know if it's too much though. Let's do 40. Let's do 40. And then the big guy, we leave it as 30, right? This guy, we leave it as 30, which will be the slowest one, right, to rotate. Yeah. Okay, let's see if the rotation rate works. So if they actually rotate at different speed, and that would be nice. And also we see if my character is getting rotated automatically in the same rotation of the cart, right? And if it's updated automatically on the client. Hopefully it is. I mean, it will be like an immediate rotation, but it's fine. I think we live with that. Okay, so if I look, this way, right, which is probably the typical scenario, right? That I arrive and I look this way, right? And then I attach, or I look this way, and then I attach. It didn't do shit. Why didn't do shit? So this line didn't do anything. This line didn't do anything. Are we in the right part of the code? Yes, we are. This didn't do anything. Because you see that the cart... okay. I don't know, I have to think about it. I don't know if ALS is messing up, right? Very possible. Very possible that ALS is messing up. Because at the moment it seems that it's doing nothing. Okay, let me see if the smallest cart is easier to handle. So if our rotation rate actually worked or not. Seems to be very, very, very similar or not. I don't know. Yeah, it seems to be very slow. So I don't think that the override actually worked. Strange though. Do I have the rotation rate somewhere else? Do I have this 30 somewhere else? No, searching 30 is not a great idea. But my transport rotation rate, yes. Doesn't seem to be anywhere else. So it didn't work, huh? It didn't work. It didn't work. Very strange though. Very strange. Very strange. Very strange. Or 60 is not that much different, and so maybe I don't notice, right? But let me try this. Let me try to do this. Let's go from I don't know, from here. Let's go from here to there with full rotation, right? Bro, why is that? I think I should invert these controls, by the way, because it's super annoying. So I go from here to there, right? Now, if I use another cart, like this, the best would be to use the big one, right? Because the big one... Can I pick it up 1 second? Thank you. I can pick up the cart because it's just an object like anything else. So if now I try to go from here to there, well, I'm a bit rotated, but okay, from here to there, right? It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same rotation. So it didn't change. Why it didn't change? Did I save it here or not? Yeah, I saved it. So I said that this guy, right? I said that this guy has a rotation rate of 60. Why is not working? That is very, very, very strange. We can print it out and see what he's saying, but... Bah. Strange. Or there is something... Oh my god. Or there is something else going on, right? That I'm not... But... It's very strange. Yeah, maybe if I do it after is better, huh? Okay, let's try like this and see if it's printed out. But yeah, it's weird. It's not. It seems he's not reading the. Or he's not reading it, or he's just ignoring it. But we multiply by the rotation rate, so. And this delta value is set here inside the new target, right? New target is what is doing. So maybe 60 is not enough to notice the difference, but it's double. So it should be very, very noticeable. It should be very noticeable. I don't understand what is going on. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. It's very strange. Also because this server side is doing nothing else than setting the rotation, right? So as long as new target includes the delta value and the delta value includes the rotation rate, you know, I mean, if we don't see this printout, then okay. Then we know that something is broken. But if we see that printout, right, the card should really rotate faster. Maybe between 30 and 60 is not enough difference to notice. I can try 200, right, and say. But it should be, I mean, is in degrees, right? So is the angle per second. So you do 30 degrees per second or 60 degrees per second. So it should really look like double. I don't understand why it's not. I mean, it's also true that the cart is smaller. The cart is smaller. So maybe it feels the same because the cart is smaller. No, but the cart is just a piece of stuff attached to me. Because the rotation rate is applied to me. It's not applied to the cart, right? So you should feel that I'm rotating faster, right? And I should, yeah, exactly. I don't understand. But anyway. Let's see if we see the printout. When we move right. Yes, we see it. Yes, we see it. So it's actually... So you mean the 60 is not enough? Is what you're saying? Because it seems he's applying that. Okay, let me try again. I start from this. I start from this thing. I start from the middle of this, right? And then I go all to the right until I reach this. And I go parallel to this thing, right? And I started there. Okay, now I do the same with this guy. I go from, what was it? From here. Yeah, from here. Hey, now here is easy to mess up, right? Because, anyway, I go from here and I rotate to the right, maximum right. It looks like this is even faster. What the fuck? This rotates even more. Well. Okay, let's try 200 and see if it makes a difference. I don't know what to say. We will put 200 and we will see. I mean, 200 is basically, you know, or I can put 360 and basically in 1 second you should be able to do the wall run around. Maybe it's not noticeable enough. Between 30 and 60, maybe it's still too small. I will try 200. I mean, if it's not working, it means that there is something weird going on. So we set 200 rotation rate on this guy, okay? And we save. And then I have to go because it's late, but anyway, we made good progress tonight. So we finalized the four different transports. Also, we did the only thing that I need to understand is why my character is not rotating, right? I think it's the same problem that we have with the sit on chair, where ALS is getting into the way, and if you don't tell him that you need that you want a specific rotation, he's not really doing it. But we will see. For now, I think it's okay as it is. I mean, even if he teleports the cart, I mean, it's fine. You may end up in a position where you put the cart inside a mountain and you cannot find it anymore but anyway, yeah. Yeah, that may be the issue, but we may have a game master fix it for you, right, in case. Okay, so now the small guy, this guy is 200 rotation, right? 200 rotation. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any difference. Even if rotation rate is 200, right? What the fuck? No, I'm really surprised because Huh? Let me try what we see from another client. I want to see if from another client we actually, because my feeling is that this function, which is the smooth character rotation on my client, is actually interpolating it at a certain speed. You see this interp speed? So I think it's anyway interpolating it at a certain speed, no matter what. So even if the rotation is higher, my character will move at this speed. So, which is, but then the second client should see it differently. But if this is the case, then we have another problem. If this is the case, then we have another problem, which is the sync between the, yeah. Okay, let me see what happens here. Let me see what happens here. So I want to see how this client sees my rotation, right? These are two separate players, right? And I want to see if this client is seeing me rotate way faster. I mean, it's messing up a bit at the moment, but this happened. No, it's really. Apart from the left right, but the left right is unfortunately the way it is. And the jitter, I mean, the fact that it's jittering a bit is the problem we had the other day, right? But apart from that, it seems the rotation rate is not really applied. Why this happen? It's because the delta is so small. It's because the delta time is so small that it's not. I don't understand really. No, I have to go though. I have to go. But there is something going on that we cannot change the. I can try to change this interp speed, right? Make it like 150 and see what happens. But there is definitely something weird. Because now we have a rotation rate of 200 and nothing is happening. It's still rotating at the same speed. Still rotating at the same speed. Why? The last test. I want to recompile the last test. I want to see this value, and I want to see what happens with a higher rotation rate. I want to see what happens with a higher interpolation speed. But if now we rotate faster, we have a bigger problem. Well, I mean, we can still leave them all the same, right? But I think it would have been nice to have different rotation speed, different handling, right? I think it was a good idea, but if it doesn't work, we can also leave them all with the same, right? With the same rotation, but it's a bit of a pity though. I think we still have ALS getting into the way, because my feeling is that it's the same that we cannot fix the chair rotation, right? The character is sitting in the wrong side, because I think there is something in ALS that is messing up, right? That it doesn't like when you decide a rotation yourself. He still has his targets, his desired rotation, and all of that is probably overriding whatever we do. Even if I remember at the beginning, we had a higher value, right? And we were seeing the card rotate very, very fast. And then we lowered it to 30. And we saw it move like reasonably, right? And we actually found that value to be a good value. So I don't understand why now that doesn't apply anymore, right? Maybe because we have this smooth client rotation. Okay, this is the last test, and then I'm gone. Whatever happens, happens. Yes. Yeah, you see? Is the interpolation speed. So the oh my god. Huh. Okay, there is a good finding. So basically, this is capped by this. That is capped by this. So we can do whatever we want, right? With the rotate. Okay, so this requires additional testing. But yes, is actually, and now if I wait, let me connect to this now. So if I connect to this that has 30, what happens? What happens? Close that. What happens? I mean, it's going, yeah, this one is going slower. So it seems there is a combination of the two. It's a combination of the rotation speed and the rotation rate and the interpolation speed. So we have to play with these three parameters to actually, so maybe with this one we can just multiply, right? We can just say 10 multiplied by rotation rate or something like that, divided by 2. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you again, Lito, for the sub, and for the people that follow, thank you. And if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good idea. We are trying to reach 900 followers. We are 2 followers away. 2 followers away. And also remember that our game can be downloaded. It's actually available for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac, right? The server is up. You can play it right now. Goodbye. Tomorrow, oh my God, tomorrow is already, no, tomorrow is Thursday. No, tomorrow is Thursday. Okay, tomorrow, we will see tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. European time. And yeah, bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye.